Mother, I'm saying this, and I promise you, Deacon Ian, it's not with respect of want. I'm saying it because I want you to understand just what God is saying. I even found out that Movado, you can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters.
So God said, thou shalt wear Gucci? This video is brought to you by The Officer Tatum Store. The Officer Tatum Store. Get the merch link in the description section. Ladies and gentlemen, we still have the blowout sale going on. $9 for t-shirts, $14 for select hoodies. Just know that when you get to checkout, the discount will be applied. The discount doesn't show automatically. As soon as you check out, the discount will be applied appropriately. We also got the Don shirts. They're back in stock. Look, they're selling out fast. We only got 5 left for that size. How many we got a large? We almost selling out a large. We got a few left of the large. We got the new items here, Save America merch. We also have the shirt that I'm wearing right now, Kneel for God and God alone. For all you Christians out there, this is a merch item that you can get and proudly represent God and show that in these last days, we are going to represent God and nobody else. Whole bunch of other new stuff, man. You can go on there. All of this stuff is coming soon, so stay tuned. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell so you get notifications. Anytime I go live, I make a video. Make sure you still subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, these pastors, man, they are going to hell in a handbasket. I don't understand how you can sit before your congregation and say some of the things that I'm going to show you this pastor said. I don't understand, man. People are pimping God. Let me tell you how they do it. They use your emotions generated through praise and worship. Remember in the Bible, it talked about, the devil being the minister of music, and I'm paraphrasing to a certain degree, but he had such an eloquent musician or musical, I would say, expertise that it drew people in. When he got cast out of heaven, I'm pretty sure he's doing the same thing, or using these people, or they're using the power that he has to manipulate the congregation. They play beautiful songs and get you right, primed and ready for them to take advantage of you. Let me show you an example. This pastor should be ashamed of himself for talking like this to his congregation. How do y'all go to church with people like this? Roll the clip.
I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted because of how you've been honoring me.
Not how you honoring God, but him. Keep going, Pastor.
I'm not worth your McDonald's money.
Come on. Come on.
I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. I ain't worth your St. John knit. Y'all can't afford it no how. I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton.
I ain't worth your Prada. I'm not worth your Gucci. Mother, I'm saying this, and I promise you, Deacon Ian, it's not with respect of want. I'm saying it because I want you to understand just what God is saying. I even found out that Movado, you can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters. Good evening.
Now, he going to go into his apology, but Movado watch. Let me look up a Movado watch, and I just want to see. I'm just curious. I want to see how much a Movado watch costs. Movado watch, and I can't even spell Movado watch, but we're gonna see how much it costs. Oh my God! No, we're gonna pull it up on the screen. I want y'all to see how much a Movado watch, and then we'll get back to his apology. I thought this was probably like a Rolex or something. I hope y'all can see these prices. The one that showed up on my phone is $195,000, and the other one is $188,000. I think this is Movado watches. $100,000 watch, and if you look at it right here, put it up on the screen, it's still some. I don't know if these Movado. It's just a Rolex. I searched for Movado. Let's see if they down here. I searched for Movado. Maybe they got some Movados on sale. They look like $300. Maybe the Movado that I just looked at ain't the Movado that he talking about. But if you go to Movado, I put Movado watches in here. And none of them are Movado watches. Okay, the $300, $400. This look like some Movado watches right here. The ones on my phone that showed up said $195,000. Maybe that's the Movado premium watch. Regardless, your pastor shouldn't be asking you to buy a watch that costs $300. And then they get mad at you if you can't afford to buy the watch. And you don't want to give him watch money when y'all got all kind of bills. Let me just finish his apology so you can see how fake he is, so you don't think I just made this up and took him out of context. Roll the clip.
My name is Carlton Funderburg. I'm the senior pastor of Church of the Well.
He just looks scammy, don't he? Look at the scammy dude.
Missouri.
Diamond ring,
This moment
bad
to address the
hairdo,
now viral video
chin strap on
of me from a sermon
trash.
given August the 7th, 2022. Though there is context behind the content of the clip, no context will suffice to explain the hurt and anguish caused by my words. I've spoken to those I am accountable to and have received their correction and instruction. I have also privately apologized to our church, who has extended their love and support to me. I'm privileged to do life with them. The video clip does not reflect my heart or my sentiments toward God's people, yet that's not discernible in the clip.
Clearly.
Therefore, I offer this sincere apology to you today.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No context could erase the words I used. I apologize to all who have been hurt, angered, or in any way damaged by my words. The zeal of any presentation must be tempered with love and respect, and that was not displayed. I apologize to the church at large for any undue scrutiny I have subjected you to. I apologize to every preacher and pastor who must stand up under the controversy that I have caused. To those who know and love me, thank you for your support. To those who now know me, because of this video clip, I regret that your first impression of me is one of anger, hate, and resentment. My actions and my words are inexcusable. I offer no justification or defense. That moment was mishandled and mismanaged. I deeply regret this moment, and I solicit your prayers and your forgiveness as we grow forward. Thank you.
All right, I gave that man way too much time. You only apologize because you got caught. This is not a reflection of, it's no way in the world that that's not in you and you say stuff like that. You really think that your congregation should give you a Movado watch, Gucci and Louis Vuitton? That has nothing to do with God. It seems to always be these televangelists where they get on TV and they emotionally extract money from you and you can send it in. You don't have to be a part of the building fund. They got a building with 15 people in it. But then all over the world, they're extracting money from people and they're buying Louis. They're living a hip-hop lifestyle. Y'all remember the guy from New York that got robbed? Dudes came and robbed him because they know how he living. He flossing, flashy, Rolls Royce, all kind of stuff. And he doing that on the church's dime. And people knew he had $100,000 worth of jewelry on at any given time, so they robbed his butt. This is not the way the kingdom of God should work. If you are a business owner and you own your own company and you are a for-profit organization, you can make as much money as God is willing to bless you with. I would argue that you should give back. I would argue that you should be philanthropic with your money, because that's what God will call us to do, to be the hands and feet. We should be feeding people and helping people. The more money you get, the more you should support. But if you are working or you are preaching on God's word for a nonprofit organization, a 501c3 or whatever it is, that's a nonprofit church organization that people are giving tax-deductible donations and you don't have to pay any taxes on any of this stuff, you can't be living up on the high horse. You can't be taking people's tithe and offering that's supposed to be given to God and the people of God for you to be buying extraordinary stuff. You don't need a Rolls Royce to get to church. And I would argue if you had a Rolls Royce, you probably shouldn't drive it to church. These are the everyday common folks who are trying to pursue excellence. Some of these people barely even afford gas to get to the church. Yet you're driving fancy cars and wearing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of jewelry. This guy's mad at his parishioners because they won't buy him a Movado watch. That's $300, $400. What do you need a watch for? They got a clock in the back of the church. You don't need to tell time. You're only there for 2 hours a day. You didn't even write the Bible. You're plagiarizing somebody else's writings to turn a profit. I just can't stand these people, y'all. I can't stand them. I can't stand these people. It's so many of these scammy pastors. It don't matter what color they are. They come in all color, forms, and shapes and sizes, and they're completely scammers. If you ever see a pastor wearing Gucci and wearing all this stuff on stage preaching the gospel, that person is not the pastor for you. I don't know. Balenciagas. Them $1,000 shoes. Pastors wearing Balenciaga and wearing Gucci belts. They're wearing $800 belts. You people in your congregation barely making ends meet. And they're praying for God to do a miracle, and you spend their whole paycheck on Gucci. You spend some people's life savings on a car. And you supposed to be the minister of Christ. I'm not telling you to pay everybody bills, because some people, God want them to learn a lesson and bless them and have them handle adversity better. But you shouldn't be walking up on stage with a Prada shirt. A regular T-shirt that you can get from Walmart, you didn't spend $800 on a shirt. Flaunting in front of your congregation. I'm never going to accept this stuff, man. I'm all for preaching. I'm all for, compensating the pastor. It should be maybe the median income of the church, and it shouldn't be exorbitant. There's no way in the world a pastor should be making money like that. There's no way somebody can come rob a pastor and have $100,000 worth of jewelry on hand. It just doesn't make sense. I tell you guys, one of the reasons why I'm not a pastor is because I'm a capitalist. I want to make $1 billion one day. Now, I want to give away hundreds of millions of dollars to feed the poor and to help people out and change their lives like people have done in my life. But, I want to make a lot of money, and I want to bless a lot of people. There's no way in the world I could go and take a salary from a church. Unless I'm willing to do it without a salary, unless I'm willing to do it and separate my business ventures from the church, then I ain't going to do it until I get to that point. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to drive some expensive car to the church. You might as well Uber every day. There's no way in the world I could mix sauces like that. Whatever I made for my business, I'll keep that. And then when I go to church, man, I ain't no way in the world I'm wearing expensive clothes and doing all that stuff. There's no way in the world. And the people that take the money don't go to me. I don't want your money to go nowhere. If you want to bless the church, it'll bless for outreach. Everything you give, go to the church. Or go to the people in the church. Y'all circulate the money within the church and people who are paying, and let God bless them accordingly. I don't want none of your money. I make my money through capitalism. I don't even make my money through the church. That's all I got to say. I'm all for people donating to the church. Our church does a lot of tremendous things in the community. We have a pantry where we feed people. We have a thrift store. I mean, we do stuff all over the country at our church. Our pastor ain't pulling up in a Bentley. And maybe he does have wealth. Obviously, the church is worth a lot of money, and I'm sure the pastor and his family own that real estate. But he ain't pulling up in no Rolls Royces and stuff. He may have one in his house. I don't know. But he ain't pulling up in no Rolls Royce and thinking that people should take him seriously. Nah, bro. Leave that at home. Leave your private jets and stuff that you get. Leave it at home. When you come humbly before God, and you preach to the people without any distractions. Let me just finish this video because I got to go live on my radio show. Y'all, like and subscribe to the channel. Do what you do. I'm just so embarrassed by what these pastors and preachers have been doing. And it's a shame. This is why people can't come to Christ, because these lunatics out here, they're just looking for a money grab and playing on people's emotion. I love you. I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.